What's going on, guys? It's your boy Panda here, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful XDefiant release. Man, oh man, it's been a crazy 24 hours of XDefiant. We'll talk about everything there is to talk about when it comes to the game's launch, how I feel about it, how you guys feel about it, my favorite parts, my least favorite parts, all of that. It's going to be a jam-packed video. I'm filming this at the end of the night after streaming yesterday all day long. To all of you that came out through the streams and hung out and talked in chat and got the drops and all that stuff, I love you guys, especially during the lull period when the servers were down. You guys kept everyone company and made us laugh and stuff, so appreciate all of you. If you guys want to, drop a like on the video. It means the world to me if you guys would. Subscribe, it's free. It's the best way to support me here on the channel. But with all that yapping going on, let's hop into how is XDefiant, the review of XDefiant, the first impressions of this, what they called as COD Killer or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so first things first, I do have to start this out by saying I want to give a big shout out to Ubisoft for giving me access to XDefiant for the Battle Pass and everything. I am a Ubisoft partner. They gave me the Battle Pass and supported me with some cool cosmetics and stuff, so I do appreciate them for that. I had to disclose that obviously in the beginning of this video. So, with all that being said though, XDefiant launched yesterday and we had some kind of madness to start out with XDefiant when it first came out, which I expected. Most modern day video game launches are going to be kind of ass and they just have horrible servers and things don't go right and things just kind of mess up. So I kind of expected that. It was a little worse than I had hoped for, but the servers ended up kind of pooping the bed. We were getting a game every like 10 to 15 minutes now and then there were moments where we didn't get one at all. So our beginning impressions were sparing. Things were kind of all over the place. The servers were bad. We were getting in like low lobbies, stuff like that. But once everything ironed itself out, we ended up playing, actually going on a 15-game win streak where then I disconnected and lost that win streak. It was such a heartbreaker because we were going for like a really high win streak inside of XDefiant. But hey, things happen. We just kind of live and let it go on with whatever. But when it comes to the game overall, core fundamentally, the game itself, it feels fantastic. The movement feels even better than before. The gunplay feels really good. The hit detection feels solid. There's times where I'm still kind of questioning things, but I think it's all server side. I think it's mainly that. I don't think it's anything to do with the net code or anything like that. It is weird. Something I noticed more and more last night, I was pinging servers that I'm like at 60 to 70 ping at most games. I've never been under 40 ping, and I feel like the game is really ping oriented. So I don't know. It's weird to me why that happens. There's a server directly in Columbus, which is actually only a couple hours away from me. So I would assume I would ping that server more than any of the other ones as party host, but I don't know. It just seemed to be all over the place with connections and stuff. And that could just be that the servers were flooded with a ton of people. And that's just how it just ended up happening. But one other thing I do want to say real quick is to the people out there that are hating on the game, that are talking shit about the game, that don't like the game and all this kind of stuff, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, if you don't enjoy the game, don't play the game. But the amount of people that are complaining and bitching and everything and comparing it to COD, doing all this stuff to just try to make the game sound bad, I don't understand why in a niche category of first-person shooters, I don't know why you wouldn't want a competitor and you wouldn't want a game that could make another game better itself. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It makes no sense. But things I really loved in the current build is I'm okay. A lot of people. So things that I like that I think some people might not like inside the current build is I'm actually okay with the amount of time it takes to grind weapons. This game is supposed to be a long-term game. They want it to be a grindy, mastery style game. So I'm perfectly fine with the amount of grind it takes. The weapons level really slow, and I've been grinding out a lot of them. I actually ended up just kind of picking one and sticking with it throughout the night. I ended up using the AK, and I have to admit, I love the AK. It feels so good. That and the Vector right now are my two favorite guns in the game. I haven't touched LMGs or snipers or anything like that. So when it comes to subs and ARs, those two, my favorite. I'm actually gonna have a class setup video for you guys finally on the AK tomorrow. So stay tuned for that because it's a really good one, and that gun it just melts when you're hitting your shots and stuff. So things I really like, the weapons, I think they're good. The leveling, I think that's very good. Once the servers stabilize, the time between matches, it's fast, it's consistent. There's no kind of like lull or delay in that, and I think that plays out really well. The cosmetics look amazing overall. All the bundles, the battle pass, everything looks so good in game. The weapon skins, some of the unique weapon designs, and it just, I'm excited to see where they take that to the next level. Now, when it comes to things that I'm a little iffy on, hit detection here and there has been kind of weird. We do get the occasional bug where I'll just randomly disconnect mid-game. Don't know what that's all about, but to drive me a little sane. But one thing I have noticed is playing as a solo player, I've been getting into a ton, and I mean a ton of lobbies that are already in progress only as a solo player. When I play with friends or in a party, that doesn't happen. We're getting to put in the lobbies, I get to vote on maps. I just get thrown into just lobbies that are going on. So it seems like things are all over the place there for solos, so I don't know if that's like an issue that they have or if it just fills the first spot it can find for server stability. I don't know. Another big thing I forgot to talk about that I should have is the skill-based matchmaking. SBMM not being there in the game feels fucking amazing, and I can't reiterate that enough, that how good no skill-based matchmaking feels. Some games are competitive, some games are sweaty, some games are just complete bots running around on the map, and it's such a good experience because you never know what the next game is going to be like. So that's one thing I have to say, like, thank you to no SBMM. It's so fucking nice to have something like that again. Another thing, I'm gonna be honest, I'm 50-50 on this one right now because I play as them, but I also am getting annoyed by it, is the Cleaners Fire Incinerate rounds. I know it's only been one day, but people are starting to figure out that those things are pretty busted, and those Incinerate rounds, as their passive ability, are really good, and they can get a lot of kills in a short amount of time, especially up close or any kind of like around a corner kind of thing, because if you get into a one-on-one and it's a one-shot thing, you might win that gunfight just because of those bullets. So I think there needs to be something done about that. They're insane, like how powerful they are. Another one is the ultimate ability for the Libertad. I think that is something that I'm just like, it's really powerful, and especially when you're playing against 4 or 5 of them on a team, it's a little annoying because people will just plop them down on point 3 different times in a row, and there's not much you really can do about that. So when it comes to abilities, balancing, I would say, is one thing. For weapons, for abilities and the factions, all that, I think we need to have a little bit more balancing. Little UI things when it comes to the challenges, not tracking properly in-game and stuff, but still tracking at the same time. But overall, like, the core fundamental of the preseason of XDefiant, I've said it before, imagine this is a cake that has just started its baking process in the oven, because that's the idea of the preseason, is to get its feet wet, and then season 1 will be the jam-packed mega content season in 6 weeks from now. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. It's only one day into this in the first impression. So when we have the next one in a month or 3 months or whenever we do the next kind of review on the game, that's when we'll know the big part of the game. So I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think we've had a fantastic start for XDefiant. I think that a lot of you down in the comments are going to agree. I think a lot of you have probably had some fun, but I also want to know everything. I want to know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts, what you might enjoy of the game, and just your honest opinions, because that's what this initial first impressions video is all about. You guys might see another video later today of a movement guide. If you don't see that today, you'll see it tomorrow alongside the AK video. So I don't know yet how I'm gonna kind of space those videos out. I kind of want to take a step back from that. But if you guys are watching this today, I want to let you guys know that we are going to be streaming again over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Panduh was taken. There'll be a link down in the description. I might do the same thing I did yesterday and dual stream on YouTube and Twitch, but I don't know. I am really enjoying the Twitch streams because I was able to bring back a big part of the following that I had on there and some of the community that I grew over the past couple of years. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just kind of rambling at this point on, but it is the end of the night. I have just been thinking about everything that went on today, from the server instability all the way to the core parts of the game, because it was fun and it was mindless fun, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And if you guys saw the final game on stream, we're not going to talk about that one because, yes, I kind of lost full. I was cranky and hungry. So I love you guys. I love you guys to death. I appreciate all the love and support here recently on the channel. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. You guys are one of a kind. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, boys, deuces.